Hey friends, Deanne here from Hummingbird Acres, and I have a question for you. Have you ever scrolled Pinterest or sketched out a garden plan and thought, this is it. This is the year I'm going to grow something amazing. But then real life hits. The kids need snacks, your coffee's cold, and that backyard you dreamed of, well, it is still just grass. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by all of the info out there, by your busy schedule, or by just not knowing where to start, you're not alone. I've been right there, staring at an empty field with a blank notebook, wondering how to even begin. This year, we finally put shovels to the ground and started building our dream homestead garden. Arch beds, raised boxes, a space for herbs and flowers, and yes, even chickens will be living right next door. I wanted something beautiful and productive, but most of all, family friendly. I imagine the kids helping harvest dinner, chickens pecking at our scraps, and me, coffee in hand, just breathing in the morning air as I walk through. Let me tell you, this has not been a picture-perfect process. We measured wrong, we redug beds. Some days, all I had was 5 spare minutes and the sound of little feet and dog's feet running through the grass. But with every mistake, we learned, and that is what real gardening and real life looks like. Here's what we're actually building and why, and how you can make these ideas work in your own space. So I designed this garden for beauty and for function. So we're using 10 arched beds. Each of them are 4 feet by 6 feet, with cattle panels for climbing plants. So it's actually 20 beds, 4 feet by 6 feet, and then the arches go through 2. So it's really 10 arches, 20 beds. The arches create vertical spaces for our cucumbers, our pole beans, and our honeydew. But honestly, they also create a bit of magic, a tunnel that invites you in. So pretty. I have a tip for you. If you only do one thing, add one arch to your garden. It'll make you feel like you're in a storybook every time you see it. And on that arch, if you really, really want it to be full and really have that storybook, grow loofah gourds. They are fast growing and they will cover that entire arch and it will be so picturesque. If you need help on how to fill those raised beds, I'm going to put below for you my raised beds and soil cheat sheet. You can get it for free. I'll leave that link below. So the next thing with this garden, we planted a mix, or our plan is to plant a mix of perennials and annuals. We planned strawberries and asparagus along the front edge so that they can stay year after year. It's an investment right now that will pay off for seasons to come. So these are 2 really long beds as soon as you walk in the garden. We have our bigger beds. These are 4 foot by 10 foot. And these are for potatoes and broccoli and corn and green beans. And then we have some smaller beds that I think are 2 feet by 4 feet. And those beds are for my flowers and my herbs. And we have a lot of these beds. That way we can rotate the crops for better soil health. And we always have something new growing. If you want some ideas on what to plant now that will give you a harvest as soon as possible, I will put another guide below for you, all free for you, all resources for you to use. That one's linked below as well. So when we were designing this garden, we also were thinking about the ecosystem and not just a pretty layout. Our garden isn't just rows and rows of plants, it's a whole system. And this is where the chickens come in. So we are going to put our chicken coop right beside our garden. That way we can when we are cleaning the garden out, all of the scraps can go into the coop. They will turn those scraps into beautiful eggs that we can use for planting. We also are definitely predicting we are going to have trouble with squash bugs. So I can take those bugs and throw them right in the garden or right in the chicken coop for the chickens. And we already have a problem with June beetles. So they immediately, like, we catch them in bags. I can take those bags and put them in the freezer to like kill them. And then the next day, take that and dump it into the chicken coop, and the chickens will devour them. And they are turning all of that scrap into eggs that we can have for breakfast or baking. And then they are also making compost for us. We're going to use a deep litter method in our chicken coop. So that is putting down wood chips, like thick layers of wood chips, and letting the chickens scratch and poop and do their business on it. And then as they decompose, we will move the wood chips aside and we will harvest that amazing compost and then put that back into the garden. Besides the chickens, we wanted to really make sure that we had a place for our herbs and our flowers. And it's not just because I love flowers and Marisol, that is her thing to harvest flowers. Those are going to bring in the pollinators and then hopefully deter the pest. So it's not just about the ecosystem and everything working together. It's about creating a beautiful space that you want to be in. So there you have it, 3 things that you can really think about when designing your space. So here's a quick recap. Think about the design and making it beautiful and functional so you want to be there. Make sure that you mix perennials and annuals so that you constantly have a harvest coming in. And then think about the ecosystem. What things can you put into place so that everything is working together? Nature is working together so you don't have to work as hard. If you're looking at a blank backyard or drowning in Pinterest perfect images, take a deep breath. You don't need to build it all at once. And this is definitely us right now. We were able to get most of the beds built, but we were not able to fill them this year. Between the house build and just equipment breaking, we were not able, and time was a huge part of it. We were not able to get everything done this year. Oh, deer were also a problem, but that's a story for another day. So just do a little bit at a time. Focus on maybe like 1 or 2 beds this year, and then next year you can add more. The big thing is you just need to start. I promise the magic comes with all of the messy action that you are going to take. So my challenge for you this week is to sketch out your dream garden. Even if it's just a window box or a single raised bed on your porch, sketch out your garden. That is your goal. Then break that goal down into its steps. How many beds could you build this year? How much do you think you could manage? Break it down into each of the action steps so that you can achieve that goal. Snap a picture of it and tag me on Instagram, hummingbird.acres. I want to cheer you on. And if you want more step-by-step guidance on setting up your garden, creating those goals, and creating action plans to achieve those goals, grab our Gardening from Scratch course. It is linked below for you. It has everything you need to know about creating a backyard garden of your dreams that is beautiful, it is functional, and it will provide pounds and pounds and pounds of food for your family. So I want to see your gardens. Take a picture of them. Tag me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me at Hummingbird Acres, and we will talk to you soon.